Hey everybody, this is Melina from ScrapbookingwithME.com and Me Crafty Scrapper here on YouTube and Instagram. Today I wanted to show you a really quick, easy 3-pocket trifold, and this can be accomplished from your 12 by 12 offcuts. So if you have some 4-inch by 12-inch offcuts from 12 by 12 paper. So I'm just going to take a 12 by 12 sheet here, and this is from one of the Timmy Holtz paper pads, and I'm just going to cut it at 4 inches. I have done a prototype in this hideous orange paper. I just wanted to see if it worked before I cut some of my prettier paper. This was just a 12 by 12 offcut in my scrap pile, bigger scrap pile. And what it does is, the way you get 3 pockets, this flap opens up, you have this pocket here. So a little secretarial pocket in the inside. Then you have this pocket here. And then when you adhere it into your journal, on your journal page, cover, whatever, you just glue down on the 3 sides and you've got another place here. So this circle here would be attached on your secretarial pocket side to keep this fold from popping up like that. So we would just adhere half of the circle here, and that would keep that from just popping open. Okay, and then you would decorate as you would like. So that is some really bad paper. And I just wanted to do a little prototype of that, like I said, before I started cutting on my pretty paper. So what you're going to do is get your scoring tool. Now, however you do that, if you do not have a score pal like I do, the Martha Stewart scoring, whatever, you could always use your trimmer. And this is how you would use your trimmer to score. Get it at whatever you're wanting to score it at. So for this, we're going to score at 4, and then we're going to score at 8. So there is your cutting surface. Don't put your arm down, and just run your scoring tool right down through there without pushing too hard, because then you'll get a hole in your paper like I just got. Okay, so there's your score line, and then pop it on over to the 8, and then go run right down where you would normally cut, and there's your 2 score lines. And I'll show you on this, it works out the exact same. So I've got my score line at 8 here, and I've got my score line at 4 here. I'm going to fold those over and use my bone folder and get them really good and creased down. I'm not concerned about that little puncture mark in there. And then you are going to remove this. You're going to fold a triangle down on one of the sides that you just scored. Okay. And then on the other side, you're going to go the opposite way. You're going to score, or fold, fold up where you folded down there. You're going to fold up, come all the way up if you possibly can. Sometimes the thicker cardstocks are a little bit harder to do that. And just try not to go over your fold lines on either side. Okay. All right, so then you have this, and you have this. Now, that one is wanting to give me some resistance, So I might end up trimming. Did I go over the score line? Just barely. Let's get that scored down again and see if that doesn't fix that. There we go, that's better. Okay, so then you have the essence, the base of your 3-pocket trifold. And when you, even if you have directional paper, you're just going to fold it accordingly. So that way is upside down and this way is sideways. But when you fold it, you're right side up and you're right side up. And when you turn it around, you're still right side up. So you just fold accordingly so that your directional paper ends up the right way. So on this one, I'm going to get some 8-inch score tape. First, I'm going to just glue down these flaps. And then we will use the 8-inch score tape to close up our little secretarial pocket. Okay. So our secretarial pocket is the one that's going to be on the bottom of this trifold. So I'm just going to put a little bit of 8-inch score tape along the bottom of this. You can use liquid glue if you would prefer. You just need something that is going to give you the most bang for your buck out of your pocket. You don't want your glue going way up in here because then you're going to lose pocket space. Okay. Well, before I fold that over, I'm going to ink. You don't have to ink, but I want to. So I'm going to ink this before I lay it over. And ink the bottom of it too. So that way it's easier to get to. And then just fold that down. You've just got that adhesive at the bottom there, like that. So now you have this pocket here, and then that's your fold over there. Okay. Then you are going to, I've got some wood grain paper here that I really like the look of. I'm going to cut a 1.5-inch circle, and then that's going to go there. And I love how that wood grain, I've got it right down the middle as far as like the wood planks, and so it kind of really goes with that. It kind of blends right in. So I'm going to ink that circle. I'm going to go ahead and ink my sides and my folds. Okay, and then I'm going to glue down with just some liquid glue. I think this is Barely Arts that I have in here. So this one is very easy as far as how far up I need to go with my glue, because I've got a midline. You're just going to have to eyeball that and figure that out, and make sure that you put the glue side down on your pocket that you just glued down on the bottom. Okay, and then adjust how you need to. Kind of get it in the middle, as close to middle as you possibly can. And then, you know, you can decorate this. You can decorate both flaps if you want to. But then after that is dried very well, then you've got this that pops in and out from that bottom flap. And if you got any glue, which I did a little bit, just a tiny little bit on that top flap, you need to wipe that off as quickly as you can. Okay, we're good. And then you're going to pop that right back behind there. Now, if you feel like that your cardstock is a little too thick for just one piece of paper, because this is paper weight and this is more cardstock weight from the Tim Holtz paper pad. So if you think that you need a little bit more weight for your stopper, then you'll need to do 2 circles, glue them together, and then adhere it on. Okay. So very easy fix if you've got some flimsy paper, or when you put on decoration, that die cut or whatever is going to give you some more weight too, so that'll be an easy fix there too. So that's the premise of our little pocket. Next is going to be the backing that we put on it. I'm going to just go ahead and use this wood grain paper that I have here, and we're going to cut it 4 inches by 4.5 inches. So I'm going to do a 4-inch cut, and then I'm going to do a 4.5-inch cut. Okay. And then you're just going to line that up like so. Now, if you want to round these corners, go for it. If you want to make this taller in the back, you can. So do it like 4 3/4 if you wanted to. If you want to make a notch back here, you can. Whatever you want to do. Let's do just the smallest little corner round on this one. I like how that looks. Okay. So you've got that. You want to ink what's going to be seen, and it's just going to be the top. Put that down. And then I'm going to get my 1/8 inch score tape again, and I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to go on the 3 sides of the back of our trifold pocket we just created. So bottom and both sides with my 1/8 inch score tape. And that is my tape of choice, adhesive of choice when closing up pockets. It just works better for me than liquid glue. Alright, I'm going to take off my backings. And then, this one will come off. I will adhere this pocket, this trifold pocket, to my backing paper. And that's going to give me my next pocket. So we have a secretarial pocket here, and now we have a pocket, a back pocket here, and you would probably put like a 3 1/4 inch size piece back behind that. So let's get a scrap of paper and I'll show you that. So this is 4.5 tall, so I'll have to cut that down just a little bit. But let's cut this at 3 1/4. I'm just going to make sure that I've got enough room for that to go in and out easily. And we do at 3 1/4, not 3 3/4. So now I need to cut that down some. Or you can leave it like that and have it, you know, kind of peekaboo out of the top like that. Or you can cut it down. I would say this is 4 inches tall, so I would say 4 1/4. And then that way you have that little bit of a lip where you can see it there. But yeah, you can leave it just as is, and it's just sticking up from it. You can make it a tag shape you can round the corners. Let's do that teeny tiny round, just like we did on the back side paper. I love that. That's a beautiful little journal card, isn't it? And plenty of space to write on the back, even with the little gold foil dots we've got. So there's that. So you can cut that at any size you would like. I like how it kind of pokes out the top. Let's ink that. Cute. Ink all the way around because that one's going to be pulled in and out. So you want a finished look on your little tag or journal card or whatever you add in there. Yep, that fits really good. I'm doing it back and forth just to make sure that I'm not getting too much resistance. We don't want it too thin because then it will come out too easily. But we don't want it too wide where it kind of buckles back there. Okay, so we've got that. Now we need to make a little card of some kind to put in here, and you can make it as wide as this, so 4 inches wide if you want to, and then I would do about 3 3/4 tall. So let's go 4 inches wide, just barely under 4 inches, okay? So barely under 4 inches. And then I'm going to go 3 3/4 tall. Okay, good. We get most all of that little rows on there. Put that little piece in my scrap pile. I'm going to go with that smallest little corner round again on all 4 sides of this one. Make sure before I ink that it fits. And it does. I think I might like to take it down a notch. It fits fine. You have just this little piece there at the top where you can still see the back of the card itself. But I think I would like to take it down just a touch, like a 1/16 of an inch. So on this side, I'm going to go just an 1/8 of an inch under 4. Let's see how this looks for us. And then an 1/8 of an inch under 3/4. And now let's try that again. Round those corners again because we have new edges, except for that one. We don't have a new edge on that side. Alright, let's see how that is, and I think it's going to be fine because it was fine before. I just wanted a little bit more of a matte look there, and I really like that. So just an 1/8 of an inch under 4, and then an 1/8 of an inch under 3 3/4. I'm messing anybody that doesn't go by inches. I'm messing you all up, and I'm sorry. Just cut it till it looks good. That's my advice. Cut it till it looks good. Cut it till you have something beautiful. Oh, babe. Alright, so inking both sides of that little journal card. And this could also be just little ephemera holders. You could just put pieces of ephemera in here. You don't have to cut journal cards to put in them, but I think that's really, really cute like that. I will just go ahead and leave that one in there. I think I might want to do this tiniest little corner punch on this too. I'm really, really into that tiniest corner punch now. I think I want to turn it this way so you can see the word seeds. That is too cute. Alright, and then put our little flap back behind there, and then try to find something to add to that. And I think this little Tracy Fox label will be cute if we just take the corners off. Those offensive corners, as Julie from Camellia Crafts Design says. She's so funny. I get a giggle every time I watch one of her videos, and it's intentional. I mean, she loves to keep you hopping. That is for sure. And I love Julie. Let's see here. If we did that, it kind of still needs something else behind it, don't it? But that's in the right direction. We're going in the right direction. So let's try maybe a Tracy Fox label and a little bitty something else. Or nah, let's go with whatever we put on there can be bigger than what that is. Even we can have it coming off this way a little bit. So what if we did a flutterby? Look at there, Julie. Let's fussy cut that out. If you have not been over to Julie's Buy Me a Coffee site and got you some flutterbys, you need to do so. I just love them. I love fussy cutting anyway. Like I said in one of my other videos, it's kind of therapeutic for me. Or as Barney Fife says, therapeutic. I love doing this. And then there's some people that despise fussy cutting. So, tomato, tomato. Different strokes for different folks, huh? But I love these little flutterbys. Flutterbys. That's what she has them named as in her Buy Me a Coffee website. And even if I get this cut out and it's not going to work on this pocket, I don't care. I've got it fussy cut out anyway. All done. So ooh, I like that. Just put the label on the wing. Love that. And let's ink this up to get all that offensive white space off of there. All of us vintage crafters, we see white space and we're like, ugh, get the ink out. Okay. Beautiful. Maybe ink that white space just a little bit more. Okay, so I've got room to glue this down all over. So just a little bit of glue, and don't forget the antennae. And then put that on the circle and make sure that nothing comes off the edges of that circle. Okay, and then I've already inked my little Tracy Fox label. And then put that on there somewhere. That can hold down one of those antennae too. And I'm okay that it overlaps the butterfly. Look at there. Cute. Then you've got your pocket here, and then when you add it into a journal, and I should have had my other journal. Oh, I know where my journals are. I had some flowers. I don't know why this is funny. I have flowers that I've been drying, and I had baby's breath, and then I had some greenery from a bouquet, and I've got it in one of my old vintage books. And I thought, even if the flower or the green or whatever comes off on the vintage book, that'll be a really cool look to it. So I'm going to go get that book and show you. So this book was on the bottom of a pile of, I don't know, 6 journals and stuff on top. Even my journaling Bible was on top of it. And then I have these leaves, look at there, in this book. So I got just a little bit off on that one. These are not hardly dry yet, so I don't want to take them out of here yet. Oh, look at there. I just love that. It's the little things, y'all. Simple little stuff. Look at that. And then I've got quite a bit of little speckles from it back here. It's the simple things in life, y'all. This just makes me happy. I love the look of that. There's a little one. There's one that's starting to turn. It's mostly in the middle of this book. So there was some of my greenery that I wanted to dry and press in my old book. And this was one of the journals that was on top of it. Anyway, when you go to put this in your journal, even if you wanted to put it here on a cover, you would have that pocket on the inside here. Then you would have this pocket, and then you would adhere this down on 3 sides, and you would have 1, 2, 3 pockets. Okay, so there is the 3 pocket trifold. I love it. So easy, and a nice little scrap buster. I mean, it does take a bigger scrap to start off, but other than that, all the rest can be scraps for the entire rest of it. I love that. Y'all know I love my scrap busters. So I'm going to make a few more. I'll show you still shots at the end. You know, you got to have more than one to show on your little YouTube thumbnail to get interest going. But I wanted this to be a short video just to show you how to make these. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below, and I will do my best to answer those. I hope you have enjoyed this 3 pocket trifold from 12 by 12 offcuts. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you in the next video. Love ya. Bye, y'all.